Sometimes life just kind of plods along, doesn't it? Day after day of the same thing, day after day of the same grind, day after day of just struggling and pushing through, where we have fears that we face, fears that we're not enough, fears that we're not loved, fears that things won't change. And all we want to know is that we are loved. We want to know that we are good, that we are treasured, that we matter. We want to know that we are loved. I think we all want a chance to get away from the grind, to get away from the questions. Am I loved? Am I good? Does my life matter? We want something to change. We want to have a moment where, even if it's for the briefest of moments, things come into focus and we realize things are different and they can be different. We want a moment where, instead of just walking along the path in front of us, we're able to look up and see something different, see something beautiful. Jesus says, "Come to me, you who labor and are burdened." My question is that you? He says, "Come to me, you who are labor and are burdened, and I will give you rest. I will allow you to see beauty. I will allow you to know that your life matters. I will allow you to know that there is more." And why? Because he loves you. Because you are loved. And you deserve to let God love you, because that's why he created you. He created you to love you. I am so excited to invite you on a retreat, our Light of the World retreat coming up in October. It is an opportunity to spend time with the Lord. It is an opportunity to allow our hearts to well up with the love of God. I think a lot of times we hear, and maybe we instinctively know this in our mind, that Jesus is the fulfillment of our desires, that Jesus is the answer, right? Jesus is the answer. We hear that, right? My question is, do we ever slow down enough? And do we ever take time? Do we ever feel it's safe to actually ask the questions? Because if Jesus is the answer, great. But if we aren't asking the questions, right? If we aren't allowing ourselves to feel safe enough to ask, does my life have value? Am I loved? What is the purpose, right? If we don't ask the questions, then the answer doesn't matter. If we don't allow ourselves to feel the hurt and to wrestle with it, if we don't allow ourselves to feel desire, we'll never encounter the fulfillment of that desire. And again, if we don't ask the questions, then the answer won't matter. But deep down we know that it does. Deep down we sense that we want more, but we don't let ourselves feel it. I am inviting you to come on this beautiful retreat. I right now am on retreat. I'm on my annual priest retreat, and it has been incredible. I will admit to you, as your pastor, as your priest, that I sometimes go through the motions, and eventually it catches up to me, and it can be really difficult. And I will tell you that I have been on retreat at the time when I'm filming this video for less than 24 hours, and already my heart is soaring. Not because I was told anything that makes a huge difference, because I've allowed my heart to open up and actually allow God to speak to me. He always is speaking to me. But do I actually listen? Do I let him speak to me? Do I listen to what he's saying? I invite you. From the bottom of my heart, I want you to experience what I'm experiencing now as I'm listening to the Lord. I invite you to listen. I invite you to set aside some time. It is so worth it, what you will get from it. I invite you to take some time to open your heart, open your ears, open your mind, to let Jesus speak. To allow your heart to desire. It already desires, even if you don't realize it. To get in touch with that desire. And to let God fulfill that desire. Please pray about coming on our Lighter World retreat. And after you pray, God's going to invite you. So after you pray, sign up. say yes, be a part of this incredible retreat, and give God the chance to love you. He does love you, and God bless you.